Hey everyone, stream number 2 for tonight and my first World Cup stream. I will have some images once again. Went for a more neutral order this time. Plenty of colour from the Paraguay singers. USA against Paraguay. Some great hair on that guy. And go figure, I've got the popcorn for this stream. Not the movie stream. Hey Clement, welcome back. I was just checking where the game was, Los Angeles, for this one. First time USA have hosted the World Cup since 1994. Oh, there's Cruzy. You don't get any more American made than Tom Cruise, do you? Smir Protocino, the current USA coach. One of those guys, very hard to dislike him, Pochettino. Very good at working with younger players, which probably fits the younger USA side. Are you watching the match, Kumet? It's on BBC One in the UK. VAR already reared its ugly head in the opening game yesterday. Not everyone agrees with this, but two of the four red cards. Four, sorry, there was only three. Three's plenty. Two of the three red cards yesterday in the opening match I disagree with. I only really agree with the first one. But VAR getting involved in the second one was a weird choice. What's the best bet someone pops up on this stream tonight, Clement, and asks where the match is? Like they think I'm streaming it. There's pretty good odds that'll happen at some point. And we're off. I don't think there'll be much in this. Paraguay normally are solid, no slouch, which is quite physical. And USA, they're not enjoying the best generation. They seem to be coming to the end of a generation and trying to rebuild. They've got a good manager, obviously. And sometimes being underdogs can help you. Yes, just a little old me. But it's how they react to the pressure. I would expect this to be a tougher test for the USA than Mexico got yesterday. I'll go for a draw. 1-1 draw. That's my prediction. I think both teams will take that as well. Pretty lively start. Yeah, I think he was just off there. Not by much, but just about offside. Yeah, last 16 is about the limit for the US. You know, if they have a good tournament and the home advantage pays off for them. I don't think they'll get that far personally, but I think that's about their limit if they do have a good run. I'm back on tomorrow for Brazil, Morocco. As I said earlier, in case you weren't on listening at that point. Should be a good match, that one. The bleach blonde hairstyle and the fuzzy look, it never goes out of fashion, does it? Players were wearing that look back in the 90s. A lot of South American players go with it. I guess they can make it work if anybody can. Oh! Oh boy. Own goal. Terrible error from Paraguay. Dream start for the US. Yeah. They definitely started the best. And it was terrible defending, but it was a good move to set it up. So they almost earned their own luck there. First yellow card. No, 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 he says. Paraguay have to keep it tight now for the next few minutes. They have to work their way into the game. Great start for the US. They're showing a lot of flair. Good movement. I guess I should have a red, white, and blue background because of the USA ad. I don't think StreamYard has one. Not the nice or. scuffs it. Such a great British phrase. Paraguay starting to get a bit more into it. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Paraguay are very wide open at the back. Well, it's 1-0 USA at the moment. They've definitely started the better. But the game has settled down a bit now for Paraguay. As long as it stays 1-0, you never know. They've got a chance. I think both teams would take a draw. First game. USA, because they're the hosts, probably want to get off to a winning start more. But I don't think it's a disaster for either if they opened with a draw. USA definitely the better team so far. I want it to be a close game at least. I think when you stay up late at night for a football match, you kind of want it to be close. You don't really want it to be over by half time or anything like that. Or over the top, causing Paraguay problems again. Risky, but quite a good dummy in the end.
particularly the reminding in the early hours of Sunday morning. It's a 1-10 start for Scotland as they play their first game at a World Cup since 1998 against Haiti.
Oh boy. Well, I've probably got 2 streams tomorrow, Clement. Because Brazil, Morocco, and then in the early hours of Sunday, Scotland play Haiti.
Very important to Alfaro since he took charge. But they managed to beat Brazil and his native country Argentina at home. They actually would have time to score goals, haven't they? I think they got 14 and 18 in the
Is that George Lucas?
particularly productive.
Looks like him.
We have to take the risk of something in this game, but at the moment you feel like they've got to concentrate on staying in it. Stem the flow of American attacks. So under heel. This is football in Argentina, the Paraguay goalkeeper. Ready to get us back underway. Robinson. Every minute in Qatar 4 years ago. This offside. It's now McKennie.
I didn't think it gone in, but it did. He snuck it in. 2-0. Oh no. Offside. Paraguay got away with one there. Yeah, he was definitely offside. Yeah, he took it well, but it was definitely offside. Paraguay have a lifeline. So my prediction of 1-1 can still come true. Clement. But Paraguay have to improve if they're going to get anything out of this.
Players in Europe's top leagues, nine of them started. They look a more experienced outfit than the ones we've seen in the past. Absolutely. They do look composed. They look like they're dealing with
This time 2-0. Too easy for USA, really. They've been very good, but Paraguay have made it way too easy for them. Long way back now for Paraguay. Two 0 can be a funny scoreline, of course. Especially this early, a team can get complacent. And if Paraguay get one back before half time or early in the second half, it gives them a chance. Whereas 3-0 would definitely kill the game off. Good ball. I could still get the result right, technically. It could still be a draw. But the way Paraguay are playing, that's a bit of a long shot. I think keeper had it covered, but not far off. I think that's Rob Lowe in the crowd. The British commentators don't seem to be picking up on any of these celebrities. I think that was Rob Lowe. And his son, I'm guessing.
this stadium, that is the energy which nearly 60 odd thousand Americans are giving their team is incredible. It must be difficult for a team playing against those to be able to just absolutely. Given the crowd plenty to be energized about from the positive start they made. Real intent, forward passing quickly, runners in behind, like we talked about, the pressing, kind of give and take with the supporters sometimes. Yes, there was an energy, but it's got even more since they played so well. A little short there. Best. Here goes Enciso for Paraguay. Phillips recovery from Freeman. Lewison. Go for try and goal again. Best. Okay, he goes on past it. It's a bit fabulous goals, isn't it?
Oh, nearly 3-0. Good save. If the third goes in, I might as well go to bed, Clement. If I wasn't doing this for content, I probably would.
Insisting that they do it, get yourselves in the box, not when they get one score a goal. Instead of a cautious approach, we see so often.
The magic of Pochettino, working a treat. Who do you want to score though? Paraguay to make it more interesting? Or are you hoping for a third American goal?
First half of the game for these two nations.
Even with a goal, Paraguay need to improve a lot to have a chance of getting something. Because the goal can happen out of the blue. A really good strike out of nowhere, a little bit of luck. But playing the way they are, they're not going to get anything playing the way they are.
Good quality mixed with great energy and willingness to get in the box, get crosses in. Really gone after Paraguay and they've got their just dessert, their reward just dessert. Get peckish already. After the time of the day, isn't it? Played to do by Robinson, followed by Gil. So far on this trip, I was just thinking, so yeah, it could be too good with the voice. There's time yet. There's time yet. Let's see some. It's going to go to Paraguay.
Pochettino, a man who ages with grace.
Look at this team. They're positive at the moment.
Now, who was that? Was that Katy Perry? It looked like her. Looked a bit younger than you would think Katy Perry would be, but definitely looked like her.
Paraguay losing possession cheaply.
But again, the Kenny's in there. It's that willingness to run off the back of people time and time again. Yes, poor defenders, someone got a tackle, but he's getting himself in there. I thought he was there to hit.
Next, Freeman once more. Kenny was the target. Monto's clearance. Just cannot get out here, Paraguay. And again, no out ball. We talk about the quality of America, we also talk about the physicality. I mean, they look physically stronger in Paraguay, quicker, more powerful. Away from Alderete.
Ah, game over. What a great finish as well. Pick of the bunch.
Well, there's another great run. He's onside. Lovely little pass as well. When he gets in, he looks sharp. He is composure. Any shadows, by the way. That's a striker full of confidence. Beautiful. Stays nice and strong there. Stays on his feet as well. Doesn't try and go down. Super technique. Best goal of the night. He's been electric as well. They've been really, really good. USA have been really good.
And that was quite literally the last kick of an unbelievable first half for America. Paraguay left to reflect on that. Two for Maligan after that own goal from Paraguay after 7 minutes set the tone. And they have blown Paraguay away. Half time here in LA. USA 3, Paraguay 0.
Like you say, thank you, Danny. We'll get more to Danny in a little while. I can't believe that you doubted that they might win the World Cup.
I've actually said them. I think they might win it. I think Pochettino knew something we didn't. They've been brilliant.
They have scored more goals in the first half this evening than they did in the whole of the last World Cup when they played 4 games. They have been absolutely sensational.
They, from minute one, they have just blown.
What a statistic that is.
They're
They've scored more goals in that first half than they did in the last World Cup.
The way that they can kind of fluidly move through.
They were in, that's amazing.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Danny mentioned at the end of the comments as well, they look really fit, don't they? And really strong. They look at that. I know it sounds daft because you would hope your squad arrives in peak condition for a World Cup, but they look incredible.
Yeah, impressive the way that they've gone about it. Like you said, from minute one, Dennis said in commentary, the willingness to keep running forward, to keep running off your midfielder, keep running in behind, the desire that they're showing, the way they win the ball back quickly, not letting Paraguay settle. They've done that for 45 minutes. I think they've been so impressive, he said, tactically. They've done everything right.
Let's look at the goals then. One by one. There was a bit of fortune with the opening goal, but it was a great move.
It was a really good move. McKennie's been so good this first half, along with Tillman and Adams in the midfield, but a little bit of skill there out to Booth again. He's been on fire. There's something more. He's had a good breakfast, I would say. Obviously, good fortune for the USA, but it's just really good movement. They're stretching the play, but then you need a little bit of skill as well. Absolutely close them out of the water. A little bit of fortune, but you need a bit of luck, don't you?
Yeah, it's a change of pace for Pulisic that he's shown, especially in this goal, for all half, where he slows down Cáceres and it goes straight past him. Cáceres obviously on the yellow card, we didn't want to touch him for the rest of the half, but he was the driving force, him and McKennie that started this whole performance for USA.
You actually saw there, didn't you, various themes of that play in the first half. You talk about Pulisic, but also the space that McKenna was finding as well.
Yeah, so with the running in behind the defence, and that's where it causes doubt. If you're a midfield player, you're the opposite midfield player running in behind you. You don't know to pass into the defenders, whether you should stay with that little bit of hesitation.
Yeah, it's my mum going to the toilet.
High out on the right, they've got Robinson high out on the left. Pulisic just in that little inside 10 position. So the Paraguay midfielders are just all looking around. You can see them throwing their arms up. They're not sure who to mark. And like you said, the fluidity in the way that if it's Robinson wide or Pulisic wide, the other one goes inside. You've got a focal point in Balogun who's holding the ball and running in behind. So all of it's clicking for them.
Let's do the second goal and that's Balogun.
Yeah, again, I've just mentioned him. I think he's been excellent. It probably took him a little bit longer to get into the game. But there's that running behind again that we keep talking about, mostly down the left. Balogun's really clever and patient here. He just waits out. He doesn't go to the front post like most strikers are taught to do. He actually holds out, which is really difficult to defend. There's a little bit of a touch where he arrives and stays calm and makes a finish look very easy when we've seen these be missed. So good patience with Balogun. They're getting down the sides again, like I said, especially that left. They've been really strong. Robinson and Pulisic down the left and behind has been really strong for them.
It's a great finish, isn't it, where he opens his book.
Really good finish, and like sometimes you would think that you're going to kind of snatch it out and maybe really strike it with your laces, but it's cool, calm, collected, and he's been like that all game. Great focal point, but then when you just needed a bit of calmness, lovely thing.
Runners the channel as well.
What do you think then? 3-3? The comeback's on. Pardon me.
We was all just talking about how good he's been as he scored this goal, and it was like that was just the icing on the cake. I actually fancy him to go on and go and get.
Yeah, the third goal might be the best goal so far of the tournament. He took that very well.
Central defender, it's easy when the forward's one-dimensional. What we're going to see here now is a little bit of everything. That's McKennie running off the midfield. We can stand and watch McKennie, but this is early on. He gets his shot. Here we just hold on it in here. Robinson comes inside. He wants the ball in behind. He doesn't get on the first, but he's right. And then I think he makes the wrong choice there. Pass it there to who has it back. So unfortunately.
need to be as a whole unit as a team. And unfortunately for them, they haven't been able to get together. But I understand that it would be very difficult because he's holding the ball, he's going in the arm, he's coming through, he's coming out. If you just got a group of people that you put like this, that's on there. I think it's the year that this is the season where it's still got some pieces for this. And I think we know that it's so easy as well. She's got early here and said not only is it the best game so far, she thinks it'll be the best group game of the whole World Cup. She's gone early there as early as Pochettino. She's gone as early as Pochettino. Let's head back to LA. Danny Murphy there to talk to us as well. How much did they surprise you, Danny?
A lot. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. It was a brilliant performance. Paraguay hasn't been great. But the movement, the energy, the quality, the rotation, just really, really good quality mainly. I've never seen so. I don't remember a game watching so many players run off the ball in behind, keep making runs even when they don't get it. Kenny's been doing it. Tillman's been. Pulisic, his movement's phenomenal, by the way. You can see it obviously sometimes here at the game. You know, he's doing it early, he's constantly in the office, he's coming off that left side where Robinson goes. So there's so much to admire. I think maybe the most actual difference when they get the ball, when they have it, it's so well coached. They've not done that by accident, that's constantly doing it. It's like when they've got the ball on, you fly forward, Pulisic, you come inside and get close, and Kennedy and Tillman have just been non-stop joining back in. You've already highlighted the quality of other things, feet to the line, to feet going behind. They look really dangerous, they look fit, they look sharp, they look hungry. We say that in the studio, how fit and energetic they look, but also you know, in the confidence, they also seem to be harnessing the energy of the crowd. You know, we made a big thing last night when we were in Mexico, and Africa, and talking about the atmosphere in the Azteca. It would be unfair to not highlight that this thing hasn't got no history. I mean, you can feel the energy. Absolutely. You saw the confidence grow. I mean, they got the first goal. Crowd were up, the noise was electric in here.
Danny Murphy.
You're getting clicks around the corner, everybody wants the ball, and it's what happens when you're playing well. The crowd get behind you, and then they get even more excited because you're playing with more confidence. So it works both ways, but it's going to be a difficult play here. I mean, if they get to play here again, but this is the stadium when the majority of the crowd are forward. That's for sure.
Danny, on the way, if you are planning on having no sleep during this World Cup, there's a place called Peter Find the Line.
Long before Messi and David Beckham, the NASL ran its own grassroots tennis. Soccer, Stumpies, football, a big-time glamour league with the greatest footballers on earth. Jules Fish, Pele, they had the swagger. It was just genius, a whole new ballgame.
Why are we trying to reinvent it?
It's America, baby. That's what they do.
Pitch invasion.
That's the goal. That's goal.
How the USA changed soccer. Watch all episodes on BBC iPlayer.
There are all the games coming your way over the next 24 hours or so. So later tonight, Saturday night, 8 o'clock, Qatar, Switzerland is on sound. Actually, I'm saying the days as much to remind myself where we're at as anybody else. Brazil as well tonight, 10:30, BBC One taking on Morocco, and then after that, so Sunday morning at 1:10, Kelly will have all the build-up to Haiti against Scotland, and Australia against Turkey follows. That's at 4:45. You can listen to it again on 5 Wireless. Bring on the crowd, people.
Every move you have made has led to this. I think that anything so cool in my life.
Who breaks on his crosses there? Hey. So this time tomorrow will be in the thick of Scotland against Haiti, their first match in the World Cup from 28 years old. The build-up from 1:10 on the BBC One. Obviously, we won the last 2 tournaments, having gone the way that we wanted to win the cup. We had another chance. They are very dynamic players, especially the attacking players. So we have to be careful. Just going forward, was back today. How is it feeling? Perfect. Perfect, ready to go. Now we got to discuss abilities and what he can bring to the team, but we're going to need another 15 that bring the same.
Hey Cindy, how's it going?
If you were in this Scotland squad, would you be thinking perfect first game? No, I don't think it's the perfect first game. I think it's a tricky first game. But it's one that I think it's a must win.
Well, a bit of a landslide, Cindy. I don't think anyone would have predicted 3-0 at half time. Yeah, very good. Third goal especially was excellent. But you've got a very good manager. He's got them playing a good system and with plenty of freedom and flair. Paraguay have been terrible though. Way too easy. Well, the matches tomorrow should be closer. Morocco, Brazil should be a little bit closer, and also Haiti against Scotland should be closer. Switzerland should be quite comfortable against, I think it's Qatar they've got. But you never know.
Stolen after vehicles carrying some of England's equipment to their Kansas City training ground was broken into. I think they're believed to have lost some balls and some boots.
Oh, scandal in the England camp. They've had some equipment stolen. Can't trust you Americans, can we?
Paraguay, in some ways, just shut up shop if they want it. They can still.
No.
It's still rescuable, but not if they get.
Well, no spoilers for Canada, because I'm going to get up tomorrow morning and watch the Canada match. So I don't want any spoilers. Chappers. Okay. Just going to get something else to eat. So here's a statistic for you, Cindy, because you weren't here earlier. But the 3 goals in the first half was more goals than the USA scored in the last World Cup. They've already scored more this tournament than they did the whole of the last tournament. She's at this game, isn't she, Katy Perry? I'm sure I saw her, the ex-Canadian PM. Yeah, the English commentators either aren't paying attention to the celebrities or they're not clocking who some of them are. Because I think George Lucas was spotted in the crowd at one point. Rob Lowe? Oh, did she? Okay. That makes sense. Rob Lowe, I think, was in the crowd with his son, I'm guessing. There's a man who ages with grace, Rob Lowe. Ah, okay. I don't know what gene pool him and Pochettino have, but I want a bit of that. Thank you, Cindy. Mine.
Referee stop play for me. No, no. VAR activation.
Mistaken identity. That's a new one.
Is the 44 camera off for Dyer instead of Tim Reed?
I'm not sure, maybe that's just procedure with some of these new rules, but it's the right choice, it's the right choice. What's it doing? It's not red card, is it?
Castle Reeves yellow. He's shown a second yellow.
No, he didn't have the red in his hand. It looks like he was sure with it.
So yes, it's Castella's been
Oh, crap. It's not over yet, but it's still 3-0, so. Barring a miracle, USA will win.
absolutely. That is a good use of VAR. As we both correctly said, Reed didn't touch it. Anyway, so that's cleared up.
He's done well staying on the pitch, really. Caceres, the right back, yeah, top evening.
This sort of score 3, and if they get a fourth, pretty much putting them through already, I would say. Because even if they finish third, they're likely to be one of the best performing third place teams.
Whip one in either corner, get himself on the score sheet.
Window here that the Paraguay goal to relieve man.
Still a bit of work to do, though. On the edge. I've seen them given, but would have been a bit of a harsh penalty, that.
it's a free kick. That's the man down. He's a tough lad, good player. Done a brilliant job performing this season. Not like him to over exaggerate more, to be honest. From the benefit of the doubt. No. Seaside.
Your favourite celebrity, Cindy, spotted in the crowd? Miss Hilton? I'm not sure the commentators are getting the same pictures because they haven't commented on anybody who the camera has cut to in the crowd. No, okay. Oh, if only I lived in a world where I was oblivious to Paris Hilton's assistants. But sadly, that's not the world I live in. She was in one of the early episodes of Veronica Mars. So I would sort of know her from that, if nothing else. Very true. Yes, she was in the second episode of Veronica Mars, I think, and even though she was basically playing a version of herself, she was still crap. How does that work? The funny example of that was I heard that John Voight was in Tomb Raider and he played Angelina Jolie's character's dad, and he's her dad in real life. And apparently he wasn't very convincing playing her dad in the film. She's probably, if you're talking about Paris Hilton, she's probably smarter than she lets on. I think especially back then, It's different now because I think it's a lot easier to become famous on like social media and things. But I think back in like the 2000s, you still needed like a little bit of savvy. He's got some big ears, that player. Yeah, one of the USA team plays in England as well. The Premier League, apparently he plays for Bournemouth. I could see that striker who got the third goal ranking up a few goals this tournament. Oh yeah, that would make sense. There's one stadium, I can't remember which stadium it was. One of the stadiums. Yeah, I saw him. That's at least the second time they've cut to him. Yeah, one of the stadiums, I think it's one of the US ones, has like a retractable roof. And the roof is like just like a sliding roof, but it's on like a wire. Which is a different way to do it, different kind of look. Yeah, it could be Texas. I think Paraguay have been even worse than South Africa yesterday. And that's saying something. They were very poor. It would have been interesting to see how the game went if they didn't score the own goal for the first one. Because that was quite a big slice of luck, which just got things rolling for America. If Paraguay had kept it tight for the opening half and hadn't have made that error, could have been a more interesting game.
Said to Chase, talking of Palace players, and every time by Chris Richards. Away from history as well here in the USA because the Sports for a World Cup game. We have the second half hydration break.
USA definitely reserving some energy this half, which you can't blame them. I can't remember who else is in this group. I'm just going to have a look. It's Group D. Oh, this is Australia and Turkey's group. So quite a competitive group. Because Turkey are normally pretty good. Australia, no pushovers. Next week, by the looks of it, France have got Senegal next Tuesday in New York/New Jersey. Well, it just says New York/New Jersey here. I know they're right on the border to each other. Yeah, it's the MetLife Stadium, Cindy. New York, New Jersey Stadium, MetLife. So it's in East Rutherford. So the matches there seem to kick off next week. Yeah, I think France should be there or thereabouts. It tends to be all nothing with France, Indy, because some tournaments they just fall out and implode. But if it hits right for them, then they're right up there as one of the best countries. So they sort of beat to their own drummer, France, and either it works brilliantly or it's a total disaster. But they're definitely one of the best teams in the tournament. The comeback is on. Still enough time. First proper chance they've had. He took it well.
Switched on for a second. It's a special moment for him anyway. No matter, it's the 24-year-old.
Should have been 4-1 that. Yeah, either side of the keeper, that's probably going in.
Supporters
that's the way level. I'd love to see another goal. I've never seen the country score 4 in the World Cup. Is over 70,000, almost 70,500. The Sophie Stadium. It's seats in the house. List of celebrities in attendance as well. And us. Tillman.
Ooh, yeah. Good shot.
Say, yeah, just about. Wasn't the firmest hand, actually, just took his fingers, took it away from the goal. Close, good effort. Where?
It will be a frustration for Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do think the substitution has just impacted the bit temporarily with the switch off, with the lack of communication on who was picking him up. If we were to nick another one in the next 5-6 minutes, then we would have again around 8.
Gomez. Vitamin C sub. Diego Gomez once more. He was put under pressure from tackle. Tillman driving. He's got the free kick, and there's another one who's been excellent tonight.
A couple of times made the wrong decision when he's got in the box, but generally.
USA can just play a more casual counter-attacking team game now.
That's the free kick that they gave him for the little pull just before he carries on. It's not bad.
Paraguay will leave gaps at the back in their desperation to get back in the match.
The first two to go off.
Public enemy number 1 in the middle there.
Eventually they can place it right as Diego Gomez.
Pretty sure that was the FIFA president anyway. If not, I apologise to the guy, but it looked like him.
Gomez. Back from Reed. Turning away from goal. He's still got it though.
It's a strange decision because he could have had a goal.
Now Tillman.
Yeah, I heard about that during half time, Cindy. I don't know what's happened. Bit of a weird one.
Because he has covered a lot of ground. Been absolutely magnificent.
It is. Tillman moves the party. Introducing midfielder. Watchalong, the 21 international. They've got it. It's a terrific reception from the Americans.
Well, it's a bit of a grind, the tournament, especially for teams not used to the climate and all the travelling around. That's going to be one of the big tests for countries like England.
Almost 12 years ago as well. What's that? 12 years ago a year.
With the extra games as well, you've got an extra round this time. They're packing a lot in 6 weeks.
Actually quite strong in the squad, isn't it, in some respects? When you look at Andy Ryan on the bench, he had a great season. Coventry, you look at Harrison and Leeds, who's been terrific. They've got some real good quality there.
Just insulting. Cecil's free kick, but Richards did just enough initially. He's going to pick this up and that's a USA free kick.
Richards has had a very solid game.
said he was tough before. What is he doing? Actually took quite tenacious in the tackle. Proved himself by doing that.
Last night, 3-1 ratio. Take that.
Absolutely. Big quality of the performance as well. The energy. All of it has been really good. Rhythm down the wall. Obviously the changes have not really helped. Lost a bit of rhythm and momentum, which is understandable.
Bit of a scrappy second half.
Previous tournaments, always qualified from the group. Themselves in the right position here for a fourth. Ricardo Tappy, who will be disappointed to put it mildly.
Great run again. Lovely fullback. Just gets under it. Leans back a little bit on his weaker foot, I think. Great from McKennigan, though, wasn't it? That willingness, what we're in 88 minutes to still be running it behind and try and make things happen.
Turns out I'm actually on twice tomorrow, Cindy. Because Scotland play tomorrow as well. In the early hours of the morning. Ooh, just got there. Seven minutes, Jesus. Well, you get at least 3 minutes because of the drinks breaks. But yeah, 7 seems a bit much. But it has been a very stop-start half. Quite a lot of stoppages. But yeah, 7 seems a bit excessive. Because they're going to win now anyway, it would be nice if USA could cap it off with a 4th.
He's got his great position on the left-hand side. Just catches him there. 5-4. On Gomez. That's what they're looking at.
Even more time added on now.
I think this crowd can be like we want to see, that's for sure. Everything you want from a team in an opening game. Positive, creative, good energy. It's that tenacious win the ball back, being brave on the ball. Lots to admire. Lots to enjoy. That's the biggest win. Only World Cup games since 1930. Is the time for USA 4th. 4 of the 7 added minutes.
this now in the final few seconds. So nice to say, the Los Angeles crowd have enjoyed themselves because the performance of that nation. Absolutely. A few seconds now.
Yeah, they've shown a lot of discipline.
We've still got to the end of the first half. Correa, Pepe,
It makes sense when you're so comfortable to.
Correa, tried to go.
Oh, brilliant goal. That caps it off. Best goal of the match.
Beautiful finish outside of the right foot. Lovely technique. Keeper should do a bit better, I think. Doesn't move his feet, but great technique, lovely finish. Just before that, he's actually having a row in the middle of the pitch. One of their players who bumped into him, giving him more forward, and he thought, you know what? I'll stop rowing. I'll try and get myself forward and get myself a goal. I was watching him. But yeah, super finish. We know he's been talked about for a long time with ability, attitude, which, definitely players. That was certainly the finish of a classy footballer.
And the finish of a hugely impressive outing from the United States. They've won it by 4 goals to 1. They've equalled their best ever World Cup win. And for the first time at the World Cup, they scored 4 goals and on home soil to boot. Look at Mauricio Pochettino. He couldn't dreamt of getting off to a better start. Paraguay deservedly well beaten after 16 years away from the top table. Well, if expectations were bigger than ever, that performance and that result has only heightened them for the hosts. A fabulous atmosphere here in LA as well. It has finished USA 4.
Probably big ask for Paraguay now.
Well, what a performance from Mauricio Pochettino's side there. What a start to USA's World Cup on home soil. How does it lift off from there?
They're unbelievable. You talk about pressure, but they grasped it, they enjoyed it, the confidence, they flew out the blocks, the intensity in that first half. And then it maybe took the foot of the gas maybe second half, but what a finish, just to round it off 4-1 by Reina. But yeah, they could be really proud of that performance because I think they kind of shocked the world with that performance, to be honest. The football they played, the formation, the fluidity, the connection, the physicality, that athleticism of the team as well. Great performance.
And for something else, to a certain extent,
Oh, he's a happy manager.
just taking some of their main men off as well. It didn't stop them creating chances though.
When you hug the officials, that's a sign that you're a happy boy.
Scored the goal in the second half. I think Paraguay tried a little bit, got their goal, which USA a little bit disappointed about. But we was talking throughout the second half, just saying that, how big momentum is in a tournament, and they just lost a bit of momentum that they had in the first half, but they got it back right at the end with that amazing goal. So I thought they managed the game pretty well for 15, 20 minutes in the second half. But the first half is a real thing to let's remember that first half, the way they started the game, so that's how you're supposed to start a tournament. And it is the first time that the USA have won a World Cup match by a 3-goal margin since 1930. And when they did it then, they beat Paraguay 3-0. So obviously they're top and Paraguay are bottom. And next up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, Australia against Turkey, and you can listen to that on BBC Sounds. And the final goal that the US
Biggest World Cup win since 1930, Cindy. How about that for the US?
Obviously, they're kind of winding down the clock, but still with that intensity. And then Reina just with the outside of the boot. But yeah, it's still movement, still those connections, 1-2 touches. And then you can just see Reina there highlighting. And a little pocket of space just opened up and dribble into the box. And then he just uses the defender with his right boot, the outside of his boot, just to use him just to whiz that.
So I fancy you and Turkey, I would say, to get out this group at the very least.
They played with confidence. They didn't shrink to the fact that they're playing in front of their home.
Some groups, 3 get out. Like if it's the best performing third place, so you might have that. You might have someone like Australia having a chance. But I would definitely say you and Turkey, at the very least, I think will get out of this group.
With tempo, like we've mentioned, they look fitter, stronger, faster than Paraguay. They just smothered them, and they were really creative in what they were doing. And like you said, a lot of crosses. Sometimes it didn't come up for them, but they try and keep it alive, get shots off. They just created a lot of chances.
I like as well clear clarity in the way that they play. In what obviously Pochettino wants to do formation, the way they move, and obviously works really well on the training pitch as well. But it just seems like
will do. It's a bit different this year because of all the extra teams. So in some groups you will have 3 going through, whereas it always used to be 2 going through.
Slightly different, a bit of fortune for the first as well, but it all boils down to movement, all 3 of them.
Yeah, movement, and McKennie was brilliant throughout the game, and then Pulisic in that first half. His change of pace, just a little bit of skill as well. He could get back on to the end of it, and then obviously it's obviously a bit of luck you need at the end of the day, but just that movement and constant movement, and then you just need something special to happen as well.
Yeah, and I think that you can see Pulisic, the timing of that run and the fact that he wants to run in behind without the ball is so crucial to opening up any team. We spoke before the game about Paraguay being stubborn and defending really well. They don't concede many goals. It's runs like this that you need to create opportunities. Balogun, as we said before at half-time, great finish, superb finish. He had a brilliant game. He obviously would have liked his hat trick, but he got brought up, which was essential.
He does. I've only just noticed that he does.
With these players that we now feel that he's got a good squad, he's a top manager. Can he put it all together?
Well, he's quite well known in England because he managed Southampton. He also managed Tottenham.
The tactics were perfect. The players understood it. They delivered it well.
Managed them to the top 4 in England. He's got a lot of experience now.
Let's take you back to LA and get the thoughts of Mauricio Pochettino.
Very good with young players as well, which is good because USA have quite a young squad.
We know that's only the start, and it's nothing. It's only one game. Now we need to be intelligent to keep going in that direction. And we are so happy because always the first game we always difficult. When we so difficult, costing the World Cup, the expectation, but in the way that this guy managed to the expectation and pressure, was a fantastic way because I think the first 45 minutes were amazing. I think difficult to find a team to play like this, no? But it's so happy and so proud.
I do have to ask you about Christian Pulisic. What is his status? What's he
received the -2 and kick his calf. On the end of the first half, he started to feel tight, and we didn't want to take any risk. It was difficult for him to work, but hope that it's not a big issue and can be ready for the next one.
Last thing, the fan support today.
That is what we waited. That is when you talk about America, that passion, that feeling. Today they were amazing. And now they realize that soccer here in America is massive, it's big. And